Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one is going to be on Maxxine Dupri Alpha Academy. Maxxine is a modern era focused showboat, and she has the raw link. Any color move starts with 1 more MP. Alpha Academy, purple moves start with 7 more MP, although she doesn't have purple moves. Modern era gems do 5% more damage. She's got her stock gear right now. She's going to get an additional protects gems do 150% more damage gear. Full disclosure, I don't care about this gear. I don't think it's very good for her. I probably wouldn't use that. Well, no, probably. I personally wouldn't use that moveset even with the gear, but I could see some people wanting it. Anyway, we're going to start off with the first moveset that would use that gear. That's Armbar, 6 MP yellow. Color submission, choose 8 gems to make into yellow sub gems, do 428k for 3 turns, remaining turn into protect gems, strength 275k. Electric chair drop, 6 MP, deal 727k damage, make 25 random gems into 1 turn countdown gems that will deal 150k damage and make 3 random gems into protect gems of strength 275k at the end of the countdown. And finally, the Caterpillar, 10 MP finisher, deal 1.3 million plus 225k bonus damage for every protect gem and pin the opponent. Entourage for this one, the first time I think I've ever really thought Rhea would be a good entourage person. 2 yellow MP, an additional 65% damage from protect gems, and Kofi gets it charged. Bailey for 15% more from those protect gems, and then 2 So's for 100% more from those protect gems. So that's a lot. It's like 180% protect gem stuffage. A couple pieces of housekeeping, 100% gem damage strap since this is the gold preview this month. And I will be running the Sean Showstopper basic plate on this. Whenever you break 3 or more blue gems, make 7 red into green at the end of your turn. And there's one move I'm not going to use. It doesn't fit with any of the move sets. The only reason you would put this in is if you feel like being a dick on defense. It's a kick out, 5 MP green, kick out and deal 1 million damage and gain 20 million health. It's very good for gaining health, but it doesn't really fit with any of the other move sets at all. You give up a ton of damage for this. So literally the only reason to do this is if you feel like being a jerk on defense. No actual reason to use it. Anyway, in my opinion. Could be wrong, but that's how I feel about it. Entourage. We already went over. Let's run it. We're going to go against Jade. Focus Showboat versus Focus Showboat. This is my least favorite set for Maxxine Dupri. So getting it out of the way first. Gameplay loop, you're going to chuck your countdowns, and then you're going to do your sub. It doesn't recycle on its own, so you will want to recycle with the sub, right? It does recycle, but just not, you need 2-3 matches of yellow. Try not to break your countdowns. You want to keep them on the board, and then, throw your other gem thingers out there. Let the sub do what it do. Okay, they pinned us, no big deal. Like with a lot of countdown gems, it will definitely cause us to break 3 of our protect gems, not a big deal. And then you hit the finisher, which is going to deal 25 million-ish, 21 million protect gem damage, 25 million total. She's not going to kick out. She doesn't have Santa Hogan equipped though, so she wouldn't. Just reason why I don't like protect gem builds. So with the gear, that's probably like 40 million, which is decent damage. I would say 35 to 40 would be my guess without playing it. Figure 35 safely. You want to do as much damage as possible in Feud and Showdown or you lose points. So I'm not a fan of protect gem builds in general anymore. But it would be viable with the gear, do a decent chunk of damage. I just don't like it. Next up, it's okay if you do. Not my flavor is all. Oops, put that in the wrong spot. That's okay. We're not using that move this time. We're going to use the bonus move. And all new moves, actually. So the Queen Suplex. 6 MP, deal 468k damage, choose 1 row to make into Pyro Gems, then deal 650k damage, and choose a 7x5 area to make into Reinforced Gems. Flowing DDT. 6 MP green, deal 645k damage plus 315k bonus damage for every reinforced gem. Arm drag, 3 MP green, deal 300k damage and make 7 pyro gems into blue gems. Entourage for this one is gonna be dual MP, Santa, and Yoko for the reinforced gems. So everything's charged turn 1 and feud, post 99 MP, and that's your reinforcer gemmers. 630k per reinforced gem. It's fairly chunky. I don't love this moveset, but it's okay. So you're going to hit the Queen Suplex. You're going to make the bottom row Pyro. You're going to chuck your Gemaroos. And then you're going to do this move, which is like 25 million, I think, if I recall. 22 million. Yeah. What's 3 million amongst friends? And then you blow up the bottom row here. Like show, recycling everything for another 17 million. So what do we do? Like 40-ish million total? Is okay. She didn't kick out. In feud, they probably would. Obviously, the plate you can use with that is the Piper plate. Adds 100% gem damage. We'll come back to that with the Piper plate. Just save myself the trouble. Favorite build set? Probably no surprise to anyone that watched my gem damage video, is going to have a buff in it. We're going to remove that reinforce move. We're going to go with this instead. Fisherman Suplex, 6 MP blue, deal 876k damage, increase your green gem damage by 175% for 1 turn. It's good. And then loadout, you can actually do 2 different things with the loadout. Yoko is essentially 50% on the 35 reinforces, but you do get 7 more reinforces. So Yoko, I think, is slightly better than Ozzy. And Brat is probably about the same, but slightly better than Ozzy. If you don't have Yoko, just use Ozzy right here. Scott Steiner, if you don't have Steiner, any 2 green MP will work. In fact, if you don't have Steiner, if Ricochet starts with 2 green, you can get almost as good. But I can't remember if he starts 2 blue, 1 green, or 2 green, 1 blue. If he's 2 green, yes. So I'll run it with Steiner, and then I'll run it with Ricochet. Actually, I'll run it with Ricochet first, because I'm here. And then you can take Santa off and go with green gem damage right here. Speaking of, well, you could go with Ilya. You could go with this one, but we're going to use Ozzy for 30% green. All right. You go with Brat. So we'll do it this way first, and then we'll do it with Steiner and Santa after the fact. I prefer not using Santa when I don't have to. So let's see what this one does. And compares. Bippy boppy boopy. And green gems are 209k before buffage. 577k on the reinforces post buffage. 433 on the non-reinforce. Boom, 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 and shaboom. Oh, really nice Cascade. That was 52 million without a plate, other than the free-to-play plate there. And not using Santa and not using Big Papa Pump. 52 mil. With 100% strap, though. And a generous Cascade. That is, to me, is her best moveset by far. And this would be, like, the free-to-play option here. Like, the best option, probably, for free-to-play. This setup. Of course, the gem damage strap does make a huge deal on a buff. But that's pretty friendly. Okay, and let's go with that other moveset with Hogan. Santa. I think I would probably just run this one, to be honest, and save myself Santa. Let's see how much difference. In fact, this might not hit as hard because we had a favorable Cascade last time. This also has a big boy Santa, which most accounts, including my personal account, doesn't have. So worth noting as well. The first one may actually be kind of superior. What did I do? I picked the wrong column because I'm a bad player. Or the wrong row, rather. Oh, it's fine. 655k on the reinforces, so they're not quite as strong. And we missed 7 gems because I'm a bad. So we'll do that one more time. Did get a Cascade too. Would have been a nice comparison. 51 mil, so basically the same, right? Now let's put the plate on, the Piper plate, and run all of them with all the trainers we just ran through, because this is fast. Maxxine is pretty good. The only downside about Maxxine is she's focused, along with the 2 best female showboats. All 3 of the best female showboats are focused. Jade, Charlotte, and Maxxine. So that seems kind of like a miss. Any other class than Focused would have been preferable. But it is what it is, and she is awesome because she doesn't use multiply gems, which I love. So Piper Plate adds 100% when you make 4 pyros or more to greens, to all colors actually, except for yellow, which it buffs to Kingdom Come. So there's that. Other than that, we're the same. Boopy boopy boopy. Let's see if I can manage to put this on the bottom row this time. Right. Before buff, 238, 290. After buff. And you can compare between the two. 655, 798. The two with the plate. What is this? Should be like close to 60? I want to say. Depending on Cascade. No Cascade. And 62 million. No Cascade, 62 milli. Pretty dang good. Let's see what it does without the Santa. And then I'll also run the previous moveset, so you can see with the skill plate. In case for some reason you don't want to run the buff, which I don't know why you would want to do that, and why you'd want to use... You know what? I'm not going to. There's no reason to do that. There's no reason to use 2 MP trainers when you can only use 1. So I changed my mind. I'm not going to run the previous one. We'll just do this one. Here, and back to the Aussie. Brat would be 5% more. He would be better. Sammy is 60% reinforced. He would be worse. I think this is actually the trainers I would use, because I don't like having to use Santa. So not having Santa freed up is big. So I'm pretty sure this is exactly how I would run it on my own personal account now. $209, $261. $577, $720. We get a Cascade? We'd get a very nice Cascade. 67 million reduced to 62. So yeah. 67 million, not nerfable with multiply gems. No board placing issues. So Jade can Cascade and uses multiplies. I don't think Jade is any faster. Jade can hit harder with 2-3 matches for a Cascade risk, so you guys know who I'm going to say I like more. Given the fact she doesn't use multiplies and isn't a Cascade risk, I like Maxxine more. Now, Charlotte is more interesting. Maxxine hits harder than Charlotte by about probably 13 to 14 million. And in feud, Charlotte definitely hits harder than she does on tours, but Maxxine should hit harder as well. I think Maxxine will push, if you have really nice green substats and stuff, I think she's going to push 70 milli in feud, especially if you're somebody that buys max steps. Whereas Charlotte can hit that hard, but she can also hit for like 50. Charlotte does between like, usually in feud, 50 and 70 million for me. I don't buy max steps most of the time. I just use the regular ones. So, but Charlotte is faster, but can be nerfed by multiplies. Honestly, I think all 3 are worth gold. I think if you were to twist my arm, I would say I probably would take Maxxine over all of them for the simple reason that she is never going to Cascade and never going to have to worry about multiply down coaches. Charlotte will have to worry about multiply down. Once in a while she hits for a low end of 50. Don't have to worry about Cascade. Charlotte is quicker, but will sometimes, once in a blue moon, go to a second turn. I don't think Maxxine will. I'm talking optimal setups here, by the way. And Jade will sometimes Cascade and be prone to the multiply nerf. So if I'm picking one for my best, as far as like feud goes, I'm picking Maxxine. As far as boss battle goes, I mean, Jade would be the best at green. Maxxine would be pretty good at green. But not on Jade's level. I don't think. And Charlotte is just kind of generically good at every color that has multiplies or a gem percentage. So it's really tough to say. They're all 3 really great. I don't think there's a wrong answer. to be honest. I think they're all like 1A, 1B. But for my playstyle preference, the fact that I can get away without needing like Santa, without needing multiply trainers. Santa is in high demand, and multiply trainers are in high demand. Not worrying about the nerf, and not worrying about cascading like I would with Jade. I would actually say Maxxine, in my opinion, best showboat for me with my playstyle, and I would run this build set because these trainers, none of them, I don't use Ricochet on anyone. Ozzy is fairly high demand actually, just because he's a good duel, but you know, he's just double gem, so not like the level of your multiply trainers. And Yoko I don't use on anyone, so yeah, I think I Maxxine, best showboat in the game maybe. Definitely a chase you want. Also, we didn't talk about her trainer. She is crazy. If you have Regal's gear, you can hit for 600 million at gold. Pretty good. Pretty good. Also useful other places, but really good trainer. So let me know what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Go get Maxxine. Actually, every one of the posters this month is really good. It's a pretty solid month front to back as far as how good they are. Also, she looks good. I like her hair with the little sticky outy stuff going on. Looks like Maxxine to me, actually. Matches the card art and stuff, so yeah. Let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, because that really helps me out. No shock, Scopely made a great showboat. I feel like they can't miss with showboats. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck out there. Really, really like Maxxine, so hopefully I get her. Awesome trainer, awesome fighter, doesn't need multiplies, checks all Mherex's boxes. Yeet!